Hey y'all, what's going on? It's been a while since I did a video and I'm trying to get it right now. But if it don't come out right, I'll just do it again because that's my problem. My problem is perfection. And whatever means perfection to me, Mars and Virgo, go figure. I'm doing this video for Gemini season, and what better time to feel this energy and to understand the Capricorn effects. Welcome to Capricorn effects, the Gemini and Capricorn relationship. For this type of energy, I see two songs. In the mind of a Gemini, it'll be Just Stop Pressuring Me, or any earth sign. Just stop pressuring me, make me wanna scream. And the Capricorn energy would be let me show you, let me show you the way to go. So you put those together, it's like fire and desire. Okay? Um, I'm always, frigate. All right, the Geminis, I have 7th house in Gemini, North Node Leo. I'm just going to give you different types of relationships. The parent part of Capricorn and Gemini relationships are, we come from a different generation, especially if it's parenting and the parents are over the age of 40. We're not talking about the modern day Capricorn and the modern day Gemini. It does play a big part because these are characteristics and I would call them forensics of our signs. The energies that I would say personally with Gemini, as a Capricorn parent with a Gemini daughter, is Geminis like to figure things out on their own. And a lot of the figuring, I call it what I call it, and I know most goats or most earth signs who see these sides of Geminis, yes, they're big children, yes, they're creative, yes, they're lovable, lighthearted, equally dualistic, and in nature. They're because they when they get bored, they can be the devil's playground. Even if you give them a bunch of crayons, they'll find themselves, you know what I'm saying, scribbling on your wall, and they know they shouldn't, but they was so impulsive naturally. Like I call it the simpleton complex, because we can be dicks too, we can be simpletons too. So we all come from a place of understand. If the world could be a better place, if we all just understand each other, and things mirror each other for a reason, and things show you a part of yourself that you didn't even know that you can be touched at. That's the thing about it. Especially transits will teach you that sometimes a certain transit can make somebody go batshit crazy and kill up everybody. But speaking of, as a Capricorn parent, the parent can see the child, the Gemini children, and see that the kids are antsy. They always want to feel, touch things, do things, and Capricorn is structured. So most Capricorn parents will create an environment, especially, I can't say dark or light sided because certain things don't make you dark or light. I don't like that term, but I use them to relate to others because of the terminology that they might be susceptible to when it comes to the demonstration or example. All right. Capricorn parents are normally, don't do this because you can get hurt, and don't do this. We live off of naturally security, and that security naturally is to keep the I'll call her back, is to keep I'll deal with that back. Okay. Having said that, the Gemini children, um, for the Capricorn parent, they'll find a lot of annoyances with the child, and really, let's be honest, annoyances with the children. It doesn't mean they don't love them. We tend to express things in a way of, not vulgar. I would call it just outright spoken, because that polarity of being outright spoken comes from just, you don't want to have it to where you find yourself having to explain something all the time, you know, because Gemini children will be like, why? They'll give you all the whys, goddamn. Woo! All right. As adolescents, and the parent will be like, because of XYZ and XYZ and XYZ, and because of XYZ, they'll tend to find a way to, all right, since you keep telling me, but I don't believe that because I need to find out for myself. Like I said, that we can be our own simpletons. And Gemini in the simpleton thing is, like I said, being idle. They'll tend to take offense to everything. It's like, because I don't believe you, I'm going to find out myself. And because you didn't make it clear to me, even if you put them in the way of that, they'll come up with somebody's trying to reach out. I'll get back to you guys. Um, because you may have explained it and it may play out the way you explained it to them. They'll feel they can go behind it and get a different outcome and do a different outcome. Do it again and get a different outcome. Do it again and get the same outcome. Do it again and get the same outcome. And then I notice what most air signs do, and that's air signs are Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. They'll do something right, and it didn't go right, and they'll say, "Look what you made me do." I get that all the time. Like, mind you, this is a lifetime of it. It's like they're making it seem like you're the cause of why you're considered salt because you've seen it ahead of time. Because Capricorn is the voice of doom. A lot of times we'll say things like, "Nah, I ain't going out there," because they might fuck around and shoot. And a Gemini going into that environment, like let's say we go to the club and I'll be like, I don't want to go to that club because I have a feeling they're gonna fuck around and shoot out there. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me for cursing, but not sorry. Um, and the shootout happened. They won't come back and tell you that the shootout happened. You'll have to find out from somebody else because they're not going to tell you that you were right. They'll tell you, well, all right, things like that happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, Capricorn is the sea goat. Spiritually, that's the satyr and the fishtail. We have this innate, because Geminis are very intuitive, but remember they're intuitive for masculine and feminine. Capricorn is considered feminine energy, but it's masculine, and that energy itself will do it spooks them because it's, to them in their mind, just stop pressuring me, it sounds like defiance. Like, they'll purposely do things just to I would say a Gemini will do it for the sake of doing it because they feel that a Capricorn is putting a demand on relating to them, but not necessarily, because Capricorns are naturally, the ones I know, there's some shy ones, but they, when you get to know them, they'll still be outspoken, and they'll feel like they're being talked down to like a child. But really and truly, it's on the inside. And I guess we all have these certain things. Learn about your sign, and the better you'll understand yourself. A Capricorn and Gemini relationship. So what I've learned, me as a Capricorn mother whose daughter is a teenager now, for all the years I've learned her, what I did was knowing that her beautiful attributes, because Geminis is fucking brilliant. Like, I see them as brilliant. They're my seventh house, which means I have this same fucking brilliance. I see everything that they can use, and I create the whole atmosphere for them. Because remember, they're the children. It's like a child that says, and even as an adult, they'll be 50 plus saying these things like, I want to do this and I want to do that and I want to do this and do that. Remember, they're stop starters. Naturally, they're start stoppers. Start stop, because they lose the interest, because it's like, I'm trying to make this work. I'm gonna get back to that. I'm gonna try to make this thing work. I'm gonna get back to that. So what the Capricorn does is, okay, you made this. I'm gonna organize it. I see what she needs. I'm gonna throw that there. I ain't gonna say nothing. Let's see how long it'll take her to get back to that. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna set the whole atmosphere up of everything they like to do. Like, naturally, everything they like to do, I'm surrounding it, because they like to be people's biggest cheerleaders. So when and they know I'm telling the truth. Share this fucking video. They are people's biggest cheerleaders. They'll help you finish a task. Not really finish it. They'll implement the task with you and make it done. And they go hard for you, you know what I'm saying? Because they're looking for that particular person or persons. They don't need a group of people. They would probably have possibly a handful of people. So when what they do is they won't ask you for help because they like to get out of their heads. They monetize, but they'll spend more time having fun. The word is having fun. They'll spend a very long time having fun, and they still have a whole bunch of activities. And when they overwhelm, now they want to fuss at the world about how nobody helps them when they willing to help somebody. Mind you, they'll help their friends more than they help their family. Gemini and Sag, you know what I'm saying? They'll help their friends more and stuff than family, but they are cheerleaders, meaning that they will help you get the stuff that they'll implement it. They'll even go as far as they will, like you told them you want to do something, they will go and be that networker for you. Okay, I love that about them. Capricorn will do the same thing, but Capricorn will be still doing that same shit while they're doing their tasks and their daily routines and responsibilities. And Gemini doesn't like the routine of responsibilities. So when they're overwhelmed with the work, they'll start fussing because they really don't want to do it by themselves because it's boring by themselves because they're stuck. So it'll be left to someone else to get it done for them. They'll act like they don't want you to do it. But damn it, they want your help, okay? It's like the dualistic nature of their personality. Now with Capricorn, Capricorn is, I could say we're boring. Especially when we get older, we like to have fun more. But naturally growing, we're the old ladies that go to the store as a kid, going out there making the money. You the one with the money when your friends ready to go to the pool, they broke, they spent their money and shit. Back in the day, we had quarter waters. I had money to buy everybody heroes and everything to go to the fucking store. You know what I'm saying? I stacked my money as one of those kids. Saturn put that in us. And those are things that Gemini would be offended by because they'll be like, why are you holding on this money? You're not even enjoying it. And they're keeping it real, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not really enjoying it. I'm thinking I'm saving it for a rainy day because that's the program of how we're programmed already, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to lie, through my daughter and my seventh house and being around a lot of Gemini energies from childhood all the way up to now, how these both relationships of earth and air can work together, especially depending on the moon sign, because I'm an Aquarius moon. But in the European chart, in Vedic, I'm Aquarius moon, and in Vedic, I'm on the very cusp of still being a Capricorn moon. And I would say the relationship they can have, they could be a bomb ass mother stinking corporation because Capricorn don't mind doing the work, and Gemini don't mind coming up with the ideas and assisting and getting a little hands on, and then they break off and go find something else. But best believe while they're out there figuring it out and having fun, they're still taking in plenty of information that you can use XYZ, and but they want to come back and be the leader. They don't mind standing on the sideline, but believe me, on the inside, they want to be that leader, but don't want to do the leader work. I would say they would be a hell of a bomb ass organization. Like together, they would make a hell of a conglomerate. As long as the Gemini leaves the Capricorn to keep the foundation of the Gemini's initial idea structured, and the Capricorn understands that the Gemini still wants to come back to it. They ain't leave it to you, you know, the job completely to you. They just was in their own way trying to figure other things out, you know, to gather and collect data, what I would call networking. And once they have that type of understanding, it will be a hell of a futuristic a futuristic something that everyone can always use, because Capricorn wants to make sure our natural innate intuition is whatever we do, whatever we build, whatever we think, we want it long lasting. If I buy a pair of shoes, them shoes better last me for a good 10 years. Especially if they my favorite geek shoes, they better last me since junior high. You know what I'm saying? Name brand is good. Don't get me wrong. I like name brand, Gemini. I love name brand, but they don't want to spend the money. They'll steal it. They try to say Capricorns are thieves. I notice mutable signs are the thieves. They'll cultivate, and also I would like to say also Aquarius will steal your stuff. They'll Aquarian energy would steal. And I don't mean it in a way of physically stealing. They'll cultivate your friends. They'll cultivate your network. They'll cultivate these things to do it in a way they feel like it should is for everybody, but really and truly, it's going to reflect on them low key, because their partner sign is Leo, and Leo likes to make sure everybody shine, but want to be indirectly, you know, the successor. Okay, I don't want to digress away from what I'm trying to say. So when you allow Gemini to come back to the work, and then they get their hands together, it's like putting together a table that can convert into a chair, that can convert into uh, a mini dollhouse, that can convert into, like, is multiple things. That's why I love my Geminis, because when you give the baby energy, and we're talking about the ones that's not dark sided, when you give that back to them, it's so beautiful. Like, but another thing, all right, now the depression part side of what I know to be Gemini, and I'm talking about a sun, moon, and rising. Um, a sun, moon, and rising, you will get, um, you will get, and depending on the houses, you will get, when they're depressed, they get depressed, but they won't be for long. But if they did it, if they know they did something that offended the universe, I can't call it wrong, because in this life there's no right and wrong, man. There's no right and wrong, but there's lessons. When you offend the universe, you're gonna know you offended the universe, because it hits your core. You know, the core to your soul, that you know you did something to offend the universe through another person's energy. When they know they did something wrong, um, they do a lot of sorries. They have to learn to not always be sorry, and come back and think a sorry is a, a remedy for someone to accept them back for every wrong of them. And I notice Sag do that as well. I notice all mutables do that. They'll do the sorry. Capricorn is slow to forgive, because it's the earth. Remember, the earth has to heal and it's dry. But when they get that water in it, it'll bring back the gorgeous grass. It'll allow everything to be, great in all aspects. Hello, you found her? You have her? Okay, I'm coming out. I'm coming out. Okay. So yeah, when y'all do all of that together, when you're the earth will replenish the air. It will replenish the fire. It replenishes certain things, because that's where all the elements are meant to work together. We just have to understand how each owns purpose. But there's a time for war, and there's a time for peace. And what Gemini does not like about Capricorn is Gemini slick at the mouth, and I love it. That should be having me laugh, because when they say shit to me, it may be true, but a Capricorn has a slick mouth too. And not only do we have a slick mouth, we could suck the air out of one side of Gemini to where they'll feel like, you really let that get mad at you? That's their comeback, because they don't really want to fight. They don't really want to fight, but they will want to prove a point. There's some Geminis that can get hell of a ratchet, you know what I'm saying? And I believe it's just a scare, because I'm one that welcomes, bring the best crazy you got. Bring it. And when people meet my crazy, it's the devil. Because the devil can give you anything you want and take it back just as quick. And play devil's advocate with you too. Like, they forget every nature has dualistic, but I don't think it's like the devil. It can be very bad. But when they come to an innate understanding of one's other, because what I've learned that is, no matter what you tell a Gemini though, no matter what you tell them, they're still going to, I think sometimes really and truly they're so bored they would like to make a little chaos for a little excitement, just for excitement's sake. You know, I've seen this done. They will literally be a contrarian purposely. Other fixed signs do this too. Um, Aquarius will do it. Leo will be a contrarian when they don't want to hear it. Definitely Sag, and they'll try and make it think that, yo, this is for the betterment of everybody, but really and truly it's for their self fulfillment. Goat be like, what the fuck? I don't even see why that's necessary to be a contrary, just for you to come back and say sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to be sorry about it, and you felt good that you created a little shakeup. But Capricorn do need to understand that if you notice that's what they're doing, just play along and see. Maybe you learn something real nice out of it that you were supposed to lighten the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Because I've learned that certain things just, if you look back at it, it really should have been an argument for argument's sake. So they don't have to go there with each other's. When you know we both can capitalize off of peace. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, there is a time for war. Like, because sometimes you definitely must hold your ground. I don't believe that there's not one time we're supposed to be every single day supposed to have just a whole bunch of partying, because a lot of responsibilities don't get done if you allow a Gemini to do that. You'll find yourself continuously on a dark side. You'll find yourself continuously trying to repair them. You'll try to repair a lot of mutables. I noticed that. While they'll go out in the world acting like they got it all together, and they don't. When the Capricorn ain't got it together, you see it. You know what I'm saying? You'll see them smoking the fucking cigarette back to back, chain smoking. You know, because there's no future in fronting. But and also there is no future in hiding either. And when we evolve over time, I know I won't be here to see it. I may not be here to see it. But I see little pieces through mankind that my Aquarius moon used to sometimes say, the world is wicked. You know, like my Cap and Aquarius moon be like, the world, humans are stupid. And not people, not humans, they're beings. We're animals that are very analytical, and we're beings, intelligent beings. I used to think we were just, you know, when we get that depressed as a goat, I could get depressed and I will beat myself up. But Capricorn don't mind doing the job for Gemini. We don't mind, because at the same time, they're light-hearted. You know, they mean well. But after a while, when a Gemini energy continuously do the same thing, and it's not like when you don't try and see them even trying to transform, a goat feels like it wants to pull the hose back, but it'll hold on, but pull the hose back and be like, I've been done. I'm just waiting for you to go. Or on another note, it could be like, I said go. Don't come back here ever again. Gemini will find their way ass back like, hi, and then run off like, I knew that was going to piss him off. Like, that's the relationship of Gemini in them, and then you'll find yourself getting, the universe gonna put y'all back in the way of dealing with it now on a different accord. Hopefully, the Gemini has a little more structure and a little more organized, and the Capricorn is a little more open and and welcoming to allow the love and playfulness back in and let the love reign and the creativity between both of them because they both together can flow hella crazy. But like I said, on another note, Geminis will they stop starters. You'll find yourself naturally. They'll like the baby. They will be like, I'm overwhelmed here, and they could be just sitting in the house all freaking day, and then when somebody they want to go out and play, they'll dress up, get real cute. The men too, and act like they was at work all day. Like I was at work all day. They sneak outside like they was at work. Sag do it too. Like girl, I had things to do, and you find that you figured out later. A goat would know they was in the house all fucking day. Don't let them play. Let them be themselves. You know what I'm saying? So and they'll come out all sophisticated, like, girl, I'm doing this, that, and third. And they may be doing it in their head. Believe me, they may be doing it in their head. Don't underestimate a Gemini. Could be doing it. They can be the entrepreneur of multitasking when organized. Especially if they had a goat on them. I'm telling you, they will be the baddest bitch. Because they are the baddest bitches and dudes out there. And Capricorn just humbled them. I'm like, I don't care. I'll take my hair off, scratch it, and I could be professional. I could do it on stage. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Because I know at the end of the day, if I want to put on a show, will that say that you still love me? That don't mean you love me. It don't. But to a Gemini, it does, because they love to know that you appreciate them, their ups, their downs, their inner core and their outer core. Capricorn wouldn't care. But on the inside, we care. But we spend too much time already beating ourselves up to care about what the world thinks. Because I know through your journey, it's going to be a time you come back around and see it exactly where I was with it. And you wasn't there yet on that level. And that's why it's levels to this shit. But together, they are the bomb. You know what I'm saying? And that's the relationship on a healthy note, between Gemini and Capricorn. Thank you guys. Love you. And spread love, not war. Because there's always a time for war, but you ain't got to create it just for the creation of war's sake. You know? Peace, y'all.